It's no secret that the COVID pandemic is showing no signs of slowing down. While we're encouraged by the news of a vaccine coming available in the near future, at present, COVID positivity rates continue to rise, and of late, rise dramatically. And that's certainly true here in Missouri. This past Wednesday at 4 p.m., our Bishop, Bob Farr, sent a letter to all Missouri Annual Conference clergy and lay leaders to encourage congregations in the hardest hit counties with the highest 7-day positivity rates, to suspend gathering for in-person worship from now through the end of the year. And so that we're all on the same page, our staff has posted the Bishop's letter on our church's website and on our Facebook page. Now, please know that myself, our ministry staff, our church leadership council, we've all carefully considered our Bishop's advice. Our ministry staff and our lay leader, Todd Rushing, met on Thursday morning to formulate a plan specific to our Jackson, New McKendree context. I've also been in consultation with our district superintendent, Reverend Bruce Baxter. And then on Thursday evening, I convened our church leadership council for a meeting via Zoom. We prayerfully considered the Bishop's letter, the COVID situation here in Cape County. We assessed our church family's ability to gather safely and responsibly, and then we discussed how best to proceed. And through all that, we came up with a New McKendree specific plan. So here's the plan. We will offer all 3 in-person worship gatherings this weekend. That's 5 p.m. Saturday and 9 a.m. Sunday at our High Street campus, and Sunday at 10:30 a.m. at our South campus. And let me say that again. This weekend, November 21st and 22nd, we'll offer in-person worship at both campuses at our 3 regularly scheduled times. That's the plan. Here's the rationale behind the plan. Well, first, we've been gathering for in-person worship since July 3rd at South Campus and began gathering at High Street on September 13th. When we resumed worshiping together, we did so with a well-thought-through plan for how we could worship together safely and responsibly. And I'm proud to say, all of us have followed the plan meticulously. Under Pastor Charles's leadership, our awesome hospitality teams have kept us socially distanced during worship and our worship spaces sanitized between services. Most importantly, those of you who've chosen to gather for in-person worship on Saturday evening or Sunday morning have done so responsibly and with the utmost love and concern for one another's safety. You know, I talked to a lot of other pastors throughout our Southeast District and lately throughout our Missouri Conference. Of those that are meeting in person, each of those pastors have struggled with their parishioners not wearing masks and distancing themselves during worship. I'm proud to say that's just not a problem here at New McKendree. You all observe social distancing and you all wear your masks. Not just most of you, but all of you. You have no idea how rare that is. In this crazy COVID culture of ours, wearing your mask is an outward and visible means of loving your neighbor. And you all know that, and you practice it week in and week out. Therefore, I'm confident in our ability to continue to do so. That's our first reason for meeting in person this weekend. The second reason is that, at least here in Cape County, there have been no other closures. The Jackson R2 School District is up and running. Businesses are open. People are going to work and they're buying groceries and they're going to ball games, etc. All these things, as long as they're done responsibly, are important. And they're necessary to our physical, social, and psychological well-being. The church is no less necessary for our spiritual well-being. In fact, the church is called to be the courageous beacon of light and love in this otherwise dark world. And I'd say that we need the church and our community needs our church now more than ever. Well, there are other reasons behind our decision to meet this weekend, but I'll mention just one more. You know, in-person worship isn't our only option. Thanks to your generosity and the skill of a few really smart and dedicated volunteers and staff members, we're able to live stream our 10:30 service and provide video recording of our 9 a.m. service. Plus, our 9 a.m. service is available on the radio. That means that you don't have to join in-person worship with your church in order to worship with your church family. Whether you choose to worship in person or choose for very good reason to stay at home, we're blessed with the ability for all of us to worship together as one family. Now, one final thing I want to make you aware of. While we will meet in person for worship this weekend, we've decided to suspend in-person worship on the Sunday following Thursday's Thanksgiving celebration. Now, lest you think that we're being inconsistent here, here's the rationale. Many of us will no doubt be gathering with family on Thursday and throughout the weekend. After all, it's Thanksgiving, and that's what you do on Thanksgiving. You gather with family to give thanks, to overeat, and to watch football. Now, many of you are perhaps traveling to a relative's home, while others will be hosting out-of-town guests. And although I'm confident that each of us will take the appropriate precautions while we're enjoying our holiday, there's nonetheless a heightened risk of exposure. And since you can have COVID for several days before feeling the symptoms, there's a chance that one or more of us could inadvertently come to church on the 28th or 29th carrying the infection. That being the case, we'll be worshiping online only on the Saturday and Sunday following Thanksgiving. Now, although the situation may dictate otherwise, as of now, we fully intend to resume in-person worship on the weekend of December 5th and 6th. That'd be the second Sunday of Advent. Obviously, myself and our leadership team, we'll keep you posted. And whatever decision is made, I'm committed to sharing with all of you our rationale behind the decision. It's important that we all know not just what we're doing, but why we're doing what we're doing. After all, we're a family and we're all in this together. Folks, there's no sense in sugarcoating it. These are trying times. But remember, God's got this. COVID or no COVID, we're a family. And we'll keep on doing what families do when hard times hit. We'll trust God and we'll keep on loving and caring for one another. God's peace.